Folks, so this is the unboxing of the Pro Sub 800 subwoofer by Definitive Technology. Let's go ahead. It's a pretty cool subwoofer. It's been there for a while. I've been really waiting to get. Alright, so we have there's a charging cord. That's a box. Yeah. Charging cord. As usual, the regular packing. And this is the subwoofer itself. Yeah, and that's your warranty card and your warranty card and your instruction manual, owner's manual. So oops, get that out. So there you have it, folks. Definitive Technologies Pro Sub 800. Pretty cool volume control on the side, and that's the exterior. Alright guys, so back to a review of the Pro Sub 800 subwoofer by Definitive Technology, and let's get to the pros and cons and the reasons why I chose to buy the subwoofer. And in my opinion, it's one of the best in its class, if not the best subwoofer available in the market for its price. So I'll tell you why, I'll get to the reasons why. So before we get there, quick startup. It's a 300 watts RMS subwoofer. It has an 8-inch subwoofer and a built-in 8-inch radiator as well. So pretty good sound back there. Very well built. Has a pretty cool volume knob on the side, as you can see over here. And this is your connection end. So this is one of the reasons why I bought it, because it gives you different options to connect. So let me get it a little more closer. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Just give me a minute. Alright, so yeah, alright guys, so yeah, that's the rear end of your subwoofer, and as you can see, we have two different options of connecting. One is your eye level input and your LFE, and this is really important. So keep in mind guys, while you choose a subwoofer, it's not just buying a subwoofer and connecting it to your AV receiver. It's all about setting the right crossover frequencies so you get the maximum output from your bass. You get all your low frequencies to your bass and your high frequencies to your tower and your center channel speakers. So it gives you two options, and for those of you folks who don't know what's crossover settings, not to worry, I'll be doing another video as to what's a crossover frequency, how do I set the right crossover frequencies, and why is it so important in a home theater setup. So it has two options. One is your LFE input, which is pretty common these days. All the AV receivers that come out right now, they give you an option of an LFE, or even if you don't have an LFE, your AV receiver is definitely going to have a left and right RCA outputs. So you can take one of those channels and connect to your LFE, and in your AV receiver you can do your settings to your crossover settings, maybe 80 Hz or 40 Hz, and that way you can control your crossover settings directly from your AV receiver and power your subwoofer that way. So that's one option. And then the second option is your high level inputs, which is pretty cool, and this is one of the reasons I bought this, because let's say your AV receiver doesn't have an LFE input, or you want a bass management from your subwoofer itself. So in that sense, what you would do is take your output of your AV receiver, connect it here to the inputs, and then you see the outputs. And then your output is going to power your tower speakers or your external speakers. So what happens in that way is your subwoofer is going to act as a bass management system, where it chops in all the high frequencies, channels the high frequencies to your external speakers, and then your low frequencies or your bass frequencies are going to come out from your subwoofer. So which is pretty cool. It gives you that option of more defined setting. That's why they have the variable low pass crossover filter over here. As you can see, it goes all the way down from 40 Hz to I think it's 150 Hz. So if you're using your eye level input, you can fine tune it to the frequencies that you want to hear, and which is pretty cool. Again, I haven't come across many subwoofers, or maybe a few subwoofers that gives you a wide range from 40 hertz to 150 hertz. Most of your subwoofers start off with, I think, 60 or 80 hertz, but this guy goes all the way down to 40, which is pretty amazing. So you have that wide range of frequencies that you can set, very good frequency response, and I've been using it for quite some time. It sounds pretty amazing, guys, for its build. I mean, it sounds really loud. You can power it up all the way loud, but I don't listen to it loud. I listen to it maybe at 3 o'clock or, 12 o'clock or less than 12 o'clock, 30-40% of the volume. So it's pretty good. As for the pros are concerned, very good build quality. Gives you an option of different connections. That's the main thing. Very sturdy. It sounds pretty good. It's more clear and crisp bass, as I would call it, and yeah, that's pretty much the pros. And cons as such, I couldn't really find anything wrong with this. It's been a month since I'm using it. I think the only thing as a con would be its design. As you can see, it looks pretty old school. It looks like one of those old school computer subwoofers that we used to use back in the day. But I think they definitely compensated with its sound and its audio connections. So that's pretty much it, guys. It cost you about $300 and definitely worth the price. Of course, there are better subwoofers like the Martin Logans. You have the Martin Logan, you have Klipsch, which is sounds pretty amazing, much better than this, but they cost you, I think, about $500 or $600, which is almost twice the price. So for this price range, as far as the research that I have done, I can definitely tell you that this is the best subwoofer pretty much in its price range. So there you have it, guys, the pros and cons, and I'll be doing another video on crossover settings and how to choose your subwoofers. So as usual, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and peace out.